Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you, right there, a brand new replay commentary. Community battles. Once again, folks, community battles are here again. And this one was sent to me by Luna Maladine, who is representing the Blue Moon Army over there. Olaf's disciples in the house. They are playing against Yellow Fishtail, the legend himself. You'll never be able to catch him because he'll always break your rod. I know, crazy stuff. Alrighty, so we are playing on the map Sure to Succeed. There we go. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, well, shoot. Anyways, so this is a cool map. I can see why Jake definitely has a lot of appeal for this map, especially for T4 because of the overabundance of planes everywhere. There's planes everywhere. It's like Saskatchewan up in the house. It's crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. Now, we got comm towers. We got bases in the corners. We have our HQs far away from our bases. So, you know, spreading your units out on the map is going to be very important. Very important, folks. Alright, we have a Jake Mirror. As we know, Jake gets a 10% firepower bonus on planes. His beatdown ability will give his indirects extra range. And the block rockers. +2 movement, +1 range, extra firepower on planes. Not much to it. Jake is a very cool CO. Arguably, he might be the strongest pick in Tier 1. Debatable. Map dependent, folks. But it's a good CO. Alrighty. So, like I said, we have Luna Maladine and Yellow Fishtail. Gonna put their player profiles up here so you can take a look. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's get right at this one. So, what we have on the first few days is our standard infantry builds. I know, I'm shocked. I'm shocked too, guys. I'm shocked. Whew. Never ceases to amaze me. But the cool thing about this one, Day 3 recon down in the corner from Yellow Fishtail. Yellow Fishtail is the 3-day recon. Day 3 recon, 3rd day recon. It's here. And it's going to do some damage. Actually, it might not. But it might. Who knows? I've never watched this replay before, so I don't know what's going to happen. Now it looks like, you know, we have our standard captures going on, capturing all the very close properties. Looks like Yellow Fishtail's going in for his airport early. And that is about it. Now the recon being built from this position, I think is going to be a little bit slower than if it would be built from this position. This position, it would be able to be like whoosh, whoosh, all over the place. Just whizzing right out there because we got those roads. Now, you know, all things considered, it's not really too much of a difference building it from over here. Maybe he's planning on sending it north, which is definitely a possibility. However, if the plan is to get it in the center, probably this property would have been a little bit better. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy. Semi-original guy. I know. Alrighty, let's carry on. It looks like Luna Maladine is now capturing quite a few properties themselves. And alright, day 6, got tank on the field. It's built out of the property that they had to capture, so it looks like this is going to be probably a good position. You know, it can get over here, can scoot over to the middle pretty quick. It looks like it's got about a 3-day chain to the middle, so nothing wrong with that. Now this middle is like super open. I can see a lot of terrible things happening in the center on this map. Never played this map, so I don't know what to expect. But it looks spooky, just in time for Halloween. Alrighty. Now, Yellow Fishtail, are we gonna get a tank on the field? No, we opt out for a tank to get a transport copter. Transport copter, very good build on this map too. Very open. Very, very open. Transport copter could go anywhere. Just whizzing all around the map. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. What else do we got going on here? It looks like the infantry are... quite a few of them are pushing up north, which is pretty cool. We have an infantry all the way over here now, too. Alright. Ooh, cool. So Luna has opted out. No transports, no recons, going all tanks. All tanks right now. Scary stuff. So we are definitely going to be ahead on the tank game. And I think for a map like this, that might be very good. There's a few key forests where you'd be able to hide your tanks pretty easily. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Alright, so Yellowfish Tail, the legend, has moved his recon up pretty far. Looks like he's going to have a lot of vision. Going to be able to scope out what's going on over here up in the northwest. You know, being able to scope out these properties, see if they're being captured. You know, possibly see if Luna built an early transport copter, sent him over there. So far, we got no intel, though. So we have no idea what is going on anywhere. Although, it does look like Yellowfish Tail has now built a tank in the south, which is going to be tanking up the place. That's for sure. Taking care of business. For sure. Alright. So, we're sitting on day 8 now. Got 3 tanks from Luna. Ooh, 3 tanks. That's impressive. And a recon now. So we're going to get that vision. Like I said, I thought this was a good spot to build your recon because we have early access to the roads. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can get our recon all the way over here in 2 days. Be able to get a lot of intel there. Now, however, building a recon this late, we run the risk of that recon getting spotted, getting hit by a tank. So we don't want that to happen for sure. Okay. So it looks like, yeah, we're just capturing our properties. We got the big line. The big line's going, folks. Got a lot of properties being capped. It looks like you're going to be sitting at 16,000 funds. Math. Woo! 16,000 funds next turn. It looks like Luna. Skip ahead one more time. Yeah, so Luna's got 16 now. Looks like Yellowfish Tail is going to get that 16 this turn. They're both pushed up into that little secure area in the corner now, although it does look like Luna has 1 extra infantry up there. We'll be able to capture those a little bit quicker. And it looks like they are going to be able to get a infantry right here and capture this property before Yellowfish Tail even knows what's going on. And we're capping the comm tower now. Alright, so we have upped our tank game for Yellowfish Tail 2. I mean, we're sitting at 3 tanks now. We got an artillery on the field. Jake's artillery, powerful, powerful stuff. A little bit tough to use them on an open map like this. We really got to sort of death ball our infantry together in order to get proper effectiveness out of your artillery units for sure. Okay, now, bomb. So I think day 10 is a really good spot to kind of start playing it out, you know? All right, so we're going to start playing it out from here. Because now we have vision. We see an infantry. We know what's going on. We know everything by seeing that 1 infantry. Everything. No, I'm just kidding. We know almost nothing. But we do know that Luna's up there. So let's see what the old progress is here. Where are we going to go? We're going to capture our comm tower. We're going to move our tanks up. Good use of the transport copter, getting lots of boosts there. Yeah. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. I mean, these captures are being protected by this tank. However, this capture is, if Luna decides to interrupt both of these, we're only going to be able to really protect one of them with the tank. The infantry are in position to attack anything that interrupts. Although we just have no idea where they are. So what we could have maybe did was actually bring the recon up a little bit more and just get a little bit more vision. But we're going to see what happens. Okay, because it's now Luna's turn. They're going to do their caps, moving the recon up. So we see the comm tower being capped. Okay, so we know that they are a little bit lower than where we are right now for Luna. A little bit behind. but not necessarily because it's fog, so you don't really know what your opponent's doing. Ooh, that is a risky move right there. So moving the tank all the way up. Definitely a ballsy move for sure. Interrupting with the tank and doubling down with an infantry and going in for the cap. Okay, so that's a cool move. So we put a lot of pressure right there. So we're forcing Yellow Fishtail to focus on this area now. Because we don't want him to focus on this area because we only have the 1 infantry and the 1 recon there. So we are going full Sand City down in the south right now. Maybe not full Sand City, but we bought our ticket and we're kind of sitting. We're sitting at the stop, you know, we're waiting. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, so we completely we didn't even go for that city too. Cool, huh? Kind of half expected that to happen, although might not have gotten it. You might have gotten it, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth the risk. For sure. Okay. Yellow Fishtail. What do we got going? Alright, putting an infantry up in the forest. Getting a double hit going. Interrupting the cap. No, this is a pretty risky move because we're putting our infantry in sort of the danger zone. Straight on the highway, folks. I don't really see good things happening to those infantry. However, we're going to find out what happens to those infantry. You know, that's in the future. Looks like we have some sort of a little glitch here, so I don't know where that infantry went, but we'll find out on the next turn. So we're getting some battle copters up in the fray now, so that's pretty cool. It does look like Luna has built a early, well, not so early, but early enough anti-air unit that it's going to be able to contend with those battle copters, and we're going heavy on the artillery now. We got 2 of them. 2 artillery up in the house. Okay. Ooh, and we're going to bring the artillery down. Now, we have it fairly well defended, so that's good. Although it is all spotted by that transport copter there. This transport copter, I believe, has 2 vision. So yeah, we don't see the tank. However, if you did watch the replay from the last turn, you would have seen what happened, so you would have had a good idea of what was going on. And it looks like Yellow Fishtail is actually going for that property, what I thought Luna was going to do. The only difference is he's a few days behind in those capture chains. So that definitely won't work. However, this one might have worked. But then we wouldn't have got this juicy little hit over here, right? So maybe that was a good... I think that was probably a good move. Good move indeed. Now, unfortunately, this infantry is going to have to run away. It's going to have to run away. Otherwise, it's going to have to contend with this infantry. We don't know about the second infantry. But good rule of thumb is just assume that everything is there and be very careful. Just assume that there's a mega tank around every corner, folks. Because you just never know. Never know. Oh, so we go up and take the shot. Risky business, and unfortunately, that does not work very well. Ooh, you know what? This map is actually kind of crazy because if you get a bunch of infantry up in this area, get one on this mountain, you can secure that HQ, and then all you really have to do is just block this river. Ooh, that's like pretty flippin' evil. Terrifying stuff, folks. Terrifying stuff. Okay. Yellow Fishtail, where are we going? Okay, so we're kind of, it looks like, okay, so we're going to be pulling back. We don't want to be fighting into that line. We know we lost a few units there, so we don't want to lose any more. So we're pulling back. Okay. Not a bad play. This is a fairly defended area. At least if they decide to push all the way up into the the tank area here. Now, I don't see Luna doing that, because that is definitely a one-way trip to Full Send City. No returns. So you don't necessarily want to do that, that's for sure. Lightning speed. I know, it's beautiful. It's the power of the clicker, folks. Power of the clicker. So this is a cool looking wall right here. There is like no feasible way to attack this. We got, well, this one's not really defending anything yet, but if they decide to push up past the infantry wall, it's gonna get dicey. This artillery is a fairly good spot. It's on a road, so you're not getting the power bonus, but you're definitely covering a lot of ground with that. And we're going battlecopter, artillery, tank, infantry. Good builds. Solid builds. Can't go wrong with that. Alright. So, Yellow Fishtail evened up the captures. Both at 22,000 now. So we're going to get some money in there. He built a medium tank last turn. Medium tanks. Let's go. That's the way to do it. You know, in all reality, medium tanks aren't really that great of a unit. But, damn, do I love them. They look good. They look pristine. Pristine. Only classy gentlemen use medium tanks. That's for sure. Alright. So putting our artillery all the way in the front line. We are holding it in a forest, but that's kind of a risky position to put it in. Let's see how... Okay, so we spread our units out. Okay. See, this is something that I do right before I lose. Yeah. See, I'm a sucker for kind of spreading my units out like this, and then like I get focus fired in one area and then I just get taken out. So it's a little bit of a risky play doing something like that. We'll see how it plays out for him now. Alright, pulled ahead in the funds. Pulled ahead in the funds. Luna has pulled ahead. Beautiful. That's some beautiful Von Bolt bait right there. That's like Ex Machina. Beautiful. But, you know, this isn't an Ex Machina battle, so we don't have to worry about that. This is a very, very well defended line here. Okay, we got the sideways cross of tanks. This is like the Megazord of Advanced Wars right here. You know, we got the arms, we got the head here, big shoulders, big cannon chest just ready to fire out. Got the legs right here, and then oh boy. Yeah, that's looking cool. That's a good line right there. I don't see that going down anytime soon. Oh no, we ruined the megas. Oh. Luna. What are you doing to me? Still a powerful line. Alright. And we got vision down here, so we can see like lots and lots of what's going on. So, well, not anymore. But we did for a moment. Alright, we got the intel. We know it's there. Alright, so we got a rocket up in the house. Interesting build. Not really a huge fan of rockets on big maps like this. They are very, very slow. And that's about it. They can't really get to the front lines fast enough. Now, if we built a couple, like 2 tanks, would be a lot better. Even a medium tank probably be a lot better. Building a battlecopter and a couple tanks would be good. A rocket, I can't really get behind that, unfortunately, Yellow Fishtail. I know you're a legend, but I'm not sure. But we're gonna see what you do with it, because it is possible we could do some good stuff with it. You know, we can get some damage done, but it's gonna be like 4 or 5 days before we can get anything done with it. Yeah, we're really spread out too. So we have the big defended death ball versus a spread out assault right now. So let's see what happens here. All right, so we're getting the vision. We don't see anything there. We know nothing is in the south, so Luna could probably make the assumption that the majority of yellow's forces are in this general area. So we don't want to go pushing up too far. Yeah, so we're readjusting ourselves. This line is just getting more and more powerful every time I see it. Yeah, this is that's a solid line for sure. Okay, so Rocket is slowly moving in, and Yellow is readjusting all of his units here. Not moving any of these units though. I think that's definitely a mistake. Now, I find most of the time when I'm playing, at least this is my perspective here. Whenever I'm playing, sometimes I'll just leave my units in an area and I'll be like, yeah, I'm just defending this area. Not a good move, in my opinion. Usually when I do that, that results in a loss. So what you want to do is you want to keep moving your units around, keep your opponent guessing to where you're going to be, right? So if you know like this area is open, maybe what you could do is take your units and flood them down here and then catch your opponent off guard. But not moving them and moving some of them is kind of risky. And plus it makes it so your attack can't involve all your units. It can only involve part of them. And if you do a half attack and get counterattacked by a full attack, then you're just going to lose half your army. And then when your other half of your army moves in, most likely you're going to lose that half too. So you just don't really have the pushing power doing it that way. Now, however, that's only my experience, so other people might have a better results from it for sure. But that's just me. So Luna is moving their units around. So keep them guessing. So we did spread our units out, but we moved the majority of our force down here and some of our force up here. Now we don't have too many big units though. We don't have any medium tanks or anything. So I wonder what's going to happen once the medium tank actually enters the fray. Because what could possibly happen is if Yellow did manage to take out the artilleries, medium tank would be able to get a lot of damage on a lot of these tanks. However, a flood of tanks will be able to take out a medium tank. You just gotta give her a little bit. Now, the one nice thing about Yellow not moving his units is he was able to, or they were able to spot the switch here. So we at least now have some intel of where some of the units are. But are we going to capitalize on it? And are we going to bring down more units? Doesn't look like it. Alright, we went 1-for-1 infantry trade there too. So shaky camera. I know. Motion sickness. Sorry, folks. Alright, this is still very well defended with the 2 artillery there. And we have some battlecopters there to prevent any air units from coming in, so that's still pretty good. Now I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this down here. Are we going to move this even further down, or are we going to bring it back up? That's the question. That's a risky play right there. So we do know from last turn that an indirect unit did strike this property here. So putting a tank on that property means that we most likely are going to get struck there again. Now that could be a, well, I mean, it's definitely a bait in my opinion. I think it would be a bait. We'll see. Let's see what happens with that one. Oh, yeah. We got bombers. Bombers, folks. They're here. Oh, yeah. No wonder Luna is building the bombers, because we are 10 units ahead right now. We've just been taking those little pop shots around the map, taking out lots of units, but not really losing any units in the process. So, you know, I think in that case, yeah, maybe it's okay that they're going to be losing a tank or two here and there. Okay, so we're going to push up into the bait. Oh, this is pretty good too, because even if these units fall here to like a double tank attack, right? So we could pop this guy with the tank, come in here, pop the artillery with the tank. Might even get a one-shot because of the 120% bonus that we're going to be getting. But if we did do that, this artillery is in position to fire right here, counter whatever hit there. And we'd also get hit by a flood of tanks afterwards, so let's see what happens. Oh, are we going to go for it? Yeah, okay, so we do go for it. Oh, maybe it's not a one-shot. Yeah, 120% firepower. Yeah, no, probably wouldn't. One can hope. One can hope. We can hope. All right. What else we got going on here? Tanks moving up. We spotted a recon over here. That's very terrifying. Ooh, okay. This is like super risky. I think what we could have done is, instead of putting all these units right here, if we're gonna go in for the attack here, we should have brought these guys and brought them right here. Because then what would happen is, when these units move in down here, then these guys could hit right here, and these guys would be able to hit here, and we would get like massive damage done that turn, like super massive damage. But that didn't happen, so we'll see what does happen though. Being conservative with the anti-air unit too. Don't want to reveal it too quickly here. Very nice. And it doesn't look like we're going to be diving too deep into their line. We're just going to do a little bit of damage and build up that charge. We're going to build up that charge, or maybe we're waiting for a solid ability. Could be 100% possible here. And we got a medium tank. Classy folks, people. Classy folks. God, I love medium tanks. This line is looking impressive. Like, there is almost no way we're going to be able to attack that. Unless we can get one-shots on all these infantry, it is not going to happen. However, with a very well-timed ability, it is definitely possible, because we would be getting 150% firepower at that point from the planes, and that would definitely KO an infantry, with a tank at least. And that battlecopter on battlecopter warfare is definitely going to be charging the block rock, so we are going to be seeing a block rock. Oh my lord. Yeah, here we go. Alright, let's see what kind of damage we can do with the block rock. The infantries are moving in. Battlecopters moving in. Popping infantry everywhere we go. Oh, getting behind the line. We see the death ball now. Now we're trying to figure out how to bust it open. Okay, this pipe scene has been broken open too. So that's the other thing about this rocket too. So we busted open the pipe seam with the rocket, but we haven't really done anything like too impressive with it. So now would probably be a good time to like get that rocket somewhere to do some good stuff. Oh, so unless we hit those artillery units, this block rock is going to be heavily countered. That's the problem with artillery units, folks. You don't need too many of them, but if you have them in a prime location, they are going to get some stuff done. Alright, so we pulled ahead. The legend himself, Yellow Fishtail, pulled ahead. We're ahead like 40k. 40k now. And we have a 10% defense bonus as well as the firepower bonus from the block rock ability. However, Luna now has a block rock. We're going to see what happens with the block rock. Ooh, so the bomber moves in, gets a nice shot at a tank. Ooh, and we hit the medium tank with the artillery unit. That is a devastating attack. Ooh, 3 artilleries got really good shots at tanks. And now a lot of the other tanks are going to be able to come in and just do cleanup duty. Ooh, smart play here too, bringing that back, attacking this one instead of here. Got the artillery up, or anti-air unit up there. Oh, it took out 2 battle copters this turn. Ooh, devastating. As well as a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks. Oh, we're even going to be able to start a cap this turn too. Ooh, devastating. Yeah, that was a pretty powerful turn. Oh, man. Sorry, Yellowfish. That was pretty rough. Ooh, we lost around 75,000 in funds. Lost quite a lot of our army with that. But let's see if we can do any sort of a counter here. Did manage to pop one of the artillery units. Now, I think what we probably should do here is like completely ignore everything up here. We should probably take our army and focus down this entire section here if we can. Now the only problem with that is we didn't really have enough anti-air units and all of our battlecopters have been taken out. So that's one of the importance of making sure that you got a sufficient amount of anti-air, and you don't really want to put them in the front line, because if something like that happens and your battlecopters get popped out of the sky, then you are kind of very, very open, susceptible to those engagements. So, risky stuff. Okay, so we threw a couple units up there. Didn't really finish anything off, unfortunately. And by not finishing off the units, that just means that your units in the front line are going to be taken out, unfortunately. So we got recons going up to take shots at poor little artillery units that are trying to hide. Is this rocket in range to hit something? No. Well, maybe if we do a beatdown next turn, we might be able to pop the recon, so that would be kind of good. However, the infantry did just expose a bunch of Yellow's tanks, and those are now being shot down, unfortunately. Oh, God. Risky business, risky business. Now, we did extend our army a little bit here, but judging by like the amount of damage we did last turn, we can probably safely assume that we won't be getting counterattacked very much. But we will be getting counterattacked a little bit. It is possible we're going to be losing both of these battlecopters and possibly a tank or two in the process here. But, I mean, we know that we're ahead quite a bit on the units right now. I mean, the KD is probably not looking very good. And let's see. So we do take out a tank. Good job, Yellow. That's why you're the legend. Alright. Big hit on the infantry, trying to capture a property. I don't see that capture going through, but it does put the pressure on to interrupt the cap, so they're not too bad. Alright, so we're going to try to get a lot of healing on our tanks. We're going to try to get 2 5 HP tanks and a 7 HP tank next turn. Hopefully rush those up to the front line to do some damage. Okay. So yellow, he did manage to even the playing field a little bit. We did get ahead a little bit on units, but it does look like Luna is going to be coming up to do more damage. We're going to be losing a few more units. Getting a hit on the artillery unit. 2 HP artillery now. Not going to be too effective, unfortunately. But it does look like yellow still has a lot of vision up in the front line with this recon. So we are going to be able to... Actually, did we see the... no, we don't see the bomber yet. We know there is a bomber, but we don't see where it is. It has disappeared. It's gone somewhere. We don't know where it is. Okay, Luna's going to be pulling back a lot of their units, refortifying that death ball in the center. Preparing for the block rock. So, let's see what kind of damage we can do with the block rock. Pop in the medium tank for 50% damage. Very nice. Lots of good damage there. Taking out the medium tank with our own. Great hit. Ooh, and sniping out a battlecopter way in the back lines there too. Nice hit. So not too bad of a block rock. We did manage to do a little bit of damage. However, once again, we went straight into a death ball. And now we're going to get countered by a block rock of Luna's right now. So we did lose the medium tank. We lost the anti-air. Couple tanks being lost down there. Oh, are we going to lose our vision machine? Oh, that's going to be really bad if that happens. Okay. Oh, wait. We might lose the vision machine. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Ah! Double medium tanks coming to the front line too now from Luna. We are sitting at 27 units and 100k. Not looking too good there. We're getting a triple cap going, and we spotted the bomber. Nice hit. Boom. Powerful stuff. Great snipe there. Beautiful snipe. We took out a very effective, very heavy unit. Well, not fully taken out, but it is highly injured. It's not going to be able to do too much now. Unfortunately, it does look like it is a little bit too late, but we do get the nice hit. I commend the hit. Beautiful. All right, day 22. Luna is going to continue the assault. There's a lot of back and forth here, for sure. Now, I thought for sure that yellow might have been done after the first push there, but he's holding on quite well. They're holding on quite well. Gotta hand it to him. However, at this point, if it's day 22 and you see that you're kind of down to like 25 units, depending on what the KD is looking like, you could probably assume that you're not doing too well. Not that you're necessarily playing bad, yellow. Not saying you're playing bad. Just saying that Luna's playing a little bit better here, that's all. Alrighty, so line is looking kind of injured. Yellow's looking pretty fresh down here. However, Luna definitely has the unit advantage. So let's see what we do here, yellow. We're going to start pushing in. Scouting with a 2 HP infantry. Got trapped with our tank, unfortunately. Oh, rough. It's no good. We don't like to see that. Don't like to see that indeed. Alright, so we don't manage to do any damage. And we're spreading our units out once again. So if Luna decided to push heavy on one side, either side that they decided to choose, that side is going to fall, because it wouldn't be able to properly defend against anything that comes up by the looks of it. Wait, what did the medium tank hit there? Okay, medium tank struck down an anti-air. Not a bad hit. Does look like we're in range of that artillery now. However, fog of war, we don't have that intel. We've got no vision machines. 2 HP bomber is still out there doing damage, almost out of fuel. It has been around for a while. Definitely gotten value. What's our ammo looking like for that? 5 ammo, so it's taken like what, like 4 shots, something like that? Definitely some good value out of it. All right, day 24. Day 24. Artillery takes a shot at the medium tank. The rocket gets the value. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, rocket finally gets its shot first. And it takes a beautiful shot at that. Hits the medium tank. Now, unfortunately, we can't follow up that medium tank with anything. And our forces are looking very, very spread out. Unfortunately, yellow can't really contend with medium tanks too well right now. Now, he does have the rocket and an artillery unit. However, as long as we stay out of range of that, it's not too bad. Now, let's see if Luna has enough foresight to notice that something hit the medium tank. Now, it could have been artillery from here. Could have been a rocket from here. We don't know. So let's find out. It looks like we're just going to re-shimmy our units. Okay. Not too bad. So refortifying the lines. Once again, lots of things running out of fuel. They've been around for a while. This has been a long game so far. We're sitting at 25 days. And we see a very large little force here too, which is kind of unnerving. Now, we don't really have anything to counter the bomber. Bomber is sitting at 14 fuel, so it's not going to be around for too much longer. Just kind of have to endure it at this point. Yellow definitely making a mistake pushing up here, trying to get the properties. At this point, the properties are even. We're definitely lower on the unit counts. We definitely have to pull back and refortify our lines. Going up to cap unnecessary properties. It's only going to result in losing more units at this point, I believe. Yep. So pulling all the way back on our HQ, this is interesting. So we are still being very, very defensive. All the way over here. I wonder why we're over here and not in the center, though. Maybe Luna is expecting Yellow to do like an HQ cap. Because usually at this point, the only thing that you can do really to win against an opponent that is vastly ahead in unit count is do an HQ attempt and just kind of hope that they have left their HQ open. That's probably about it. You just gotta hope that they yeet all their units like all the way to your bases and you just have one infantry like left over and be like, it's mine. James Bond is what I call them. They're always being pesky. What was the unit from Red Alert? Tanya? I think it was Tanya. Yeah. Alright, still do not know that there's a rocket there, although we are taking lots of shots at the units that pushed up too far. Those guys are all going to perish. And we're still not pushing up too much. We're still being very defensive. We are definitely not taking our opponents. Definitely not underestimating our opponent. For sure. Now, rocket build from right here is a little bit better than over here. We can skip right to the road and then at least get 5 movement from there, so that's not too bad. Oh, it does look like Luna might be going for the HQ too. It looks like we're trying to bust open the pipe seam right now. Get those vehicle units in there. So that's a dangerous situation to be in. Also, you definitely don't want your opponent to bust open the pipe scene. Get a bunch of units over here. Dangerous stuff. Now, we did flip a property from Luna. Not using the block ability just yet. We're going to hold on to it. Alright. So, okay. So, it looks like we're just going to re-fortify our lines once again. So, just shimming units around. Just position them. Good stuff. Now, it does look like yellow has caught wind of what's going on. So, it looks like they're going to be bringing a couple units over to the HQ to attempt to defend it. Now, yellow's starting to get some nice lines going here. This is fairly well guarded. Now, I think I see a little spot where it could break open around here. But, very well guarded. So, I like it. Alright, so Luna's just taking this one property at a time. So, this is definitely how you approach a game like this. If your opponent is not resigning and they just keep building units, you know, keep fighting back, what you got to do is you can't get greedy. You can't push up there and just try to yeet your way to victory. You got to take it very slow, one property at a time, and just slowly push up there, because eventually your opponent is going to have to make a choice and they're going to have to attack or lose, right? So when that happens, that's when your little defensive lines will be able to get a lot of value. So let's see what happens here. So we use the block rock, and we are going to push into the lines. Now this is a decent push. We are doing quite a bit of damage here. Some great damage. Now this was a fairly decent push. No, we did do quite a bit of damage. Wow, we managed to level the value out. Now, once again, however, we're going to get hit by that counter block rock, so we're going to see what kind of damage happens here. Medium tank gets struck by a rocket from a road. Artillery strikes down a tank. Dual hit from the artillery and the infantry to take out an infantry on a city. Medium tank moving in to capitalize on that hit there. One-shotting a battlecopter on battlecopter violence. Hate to see it. Dangerous stuff. We got a Neo tank up in the fray now. Tanks moving down. So we did lots and lots of hits on those units there. So powerful stuff. And yeah, we lost quite a bit of units there. About another 50k. 50k units down, and then we're going to get our builds and we're going to see where we're sitting at. Alright, 45 to 29. Looks like yellow is going to go up and do a few more shots, then realizes that it's unfortunately a little bit hopeless and decides to resign, giving Luna the win here. So, wow. Crazy match. Lots and lots of damage was happening in that one for sure. The block rocks were off the hook. Block rocks were off the hook. That's for sure. So, yeah, no, that was a good one. I enjoyed watching that one for sure. I think the biggest takeaway here would just be the differences in the setups, like your defensive lines. So if we go back to, let's say, day... go back. Okay, so if we go back to day 12, we see how Luna sets their units up in a death ball in the center here. Then we continue on the death ball and then continue it even further. Now the thing that yellow didn't do was he definitely didn't position his units very well. Now, if he actually managed to deathball his units, would have been a lot more effective against something like this. But unfortunately, we spread them out, which is something I am very guilty of. I do it all the time. So definitely, the takeaway here is death balls on open maps. You gotta definitely protect your units. You can't let your units be exposed, otherwise they are just gonna be capitalized and taken out. So yeah, we can just see like throughout the entire game, lots and lots of death balls happening. Just pretty much no way of attacking them. So at the end, it was Luna Maladine taking the win. But congratulations, Luna, and congratulations, Yellow Fishtail. You fought a hard-fought battle, and it was very entertaining. Very good. I enjoyed it a lot. So, thank you very much for the submission. If anybody else has submissions they would like me to replay, review, and put up into a YouTube video, please send me the link on Advanced Wars by Web to Mr. Cannon. MR_CANNON. That is my username. Send me the link, maybe a description of the match, and I'll take a look at it. And he might be arriving on a computer screen near you anytime. That is for sure. Alright, but thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'm gonna be putting a link in the description below where you can join Advanced Wars by Web and the Discord today. Chat and play with people around the world. It's a fun time, an extremely good time. So definitely do it. Check it out. And that's about it. Just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. So just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are not already. And I will see you right there in the next one. Take care, everybody. Semi-Original Guy out.